So normally here I would put like a character intro for the character that is being shown off in this case, but the Death Knight doesn't really, well, I couldn't really find a way to make it super interesting. So instead I decided, because my community picked the Death Knight as my next plus 10 hero, I thought it'd be cool if instead I show you guys the process of how I make one of these videos from start to finish. And of course the first thing is picking the right hero, and after picking the hero, well, these next two steps are like interchangeable. I either pick a hero because they have something cool, or if a hero is already been picked for some reason, I start theory crafting, and of course I need to theory craft. Yeah, that's his base stats. I have no idea what to do on him.
Dude, 57 attack's pretty good.
57 attacks real good.
Yeah.
So one thing I was thinking of doing is like, let's try player phase. For some reason.
Nah, I'm sure there's some player phase thing that you can figure out. I feel like you pretty much are you're always gonna proc the effect, right? These days.
That's kind of true. But here's the thing. I guess because I didn't want to make it too broken or anything, I tried seeing if you could panic the opponent's buff to see if the effect would still go through, and it doesn't. So as you can see here, this is how the Death Knight's weapon interacts with panic. No buffs, and it's pretty sad.
Oh, okay.
So you can't even panic them. And apparently if you do something like lull or use dull skills, it doesn't work. What if...
maybe you could do some heavy blade things?
I have an idea. What if I give him times pulse, gale force. So at the start of every turn, right? He starts with 3 charge gale force.
Well, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. I wish times pulse was available for cavalry, but it's infantry only.
See, that sucks, man. Like, I can't think of anything interesting for cavalry units because of all these restrictions.
What if you did like heavy impact? Wait, sturdy impact?
No, I'm gonna stop you right there because guess what? Cavalry can't inherit it. It's only infantry and flyers.
Dude, that's so sad.
Alrighty, since the most liked build requires lull attack defense, or what I am led to believe is lull attack defense 3, I'm going to be summoning for Ephraim here. You know, of course, the only way to start off with a summoning session is to not get the color that you want. Nile. What the hell is this? I don't have a use for Ilger at all. Corn. What's this one? Mordecai. Interesting. Claire? That's fine. You know, I don't really like summoning Claire because she takes 2 lines of dialogue as well. Maybe I would prefer Ewan instead. Oh, Gordon. Well, unexpected turn of events. This ended faster than I thought. And here he is, the build chosen by my viewers, or at least some of them. Let's take him into arena and see how he does. And first I checked every build, and this is so I can have the stats of the units that my Death Knight will be going up on the right side of the video. So for example, if I were to go against this Roy, I'd have the Roy stats on the right side and then play the fight between Roy and the Death Knight. Batra. This one's pretty scary. Very, very scary. Legendary Zora seems pretty standard. Normally because I'm lazy, I don't really do calcs or anything, I just kind of let the unit do its own thing. Which is kind of a bad habit because sometimes my unit dies because I'm not being careful. But anyways, when I go into these arena battles, let's say I wanted to set up Leaf to attack the Death Knight, so obviously I just leave the Death Knight in range and these two are too far away, and then Azura won't be able to dance. You know, normally when I'm doing regular arena or arena assault or Aethra's or whatever, I would basically just use buffs, but for most of these videos I tend to avoid doing that, just so I can focus purely on what the unit itself can do. It's going to bait him. And so as you can see, Self has spurs and there's nothing helping this Death Knight. Here, let's say I wanted to have Effie go against the Death Knight. I'm obviously going to have to take out Leaf and then prepare for Effie. Okay, so now that Leaf's out of the way, let's see if we can, well, let's see what we can do. I'm going to have this Fjorm take on the Death Knight and see how he does with no help. That really did not go down well. So as you can see there, even though Fjorm had her attack buffed, because I had lull attack defense, the game basically just says Fjorm has no buffs because I nullified it, and therefore she doubled. Isn't that funny? Let's finish her off. And then I would basically just edit those two clips of Fjorm fighting the Death Knight in succession, and then that will be one part of the video. And then normally I try and do this for like an hour or two per build. I'm going to be doing this a lot more times, just and trying to see if I can make this build really work, or, you know, as best as I can. This is only going to be covering one of the Death Knight builds that I'll be featuring. There's still one more Death Knight build that I am working on, and Death Knight video will be released. So look forward to that.
What did I do? I thought his speed was actually decent, at least comparing to Boku. So I was going to put Fury on him. Yeah, man, come on. You can't take these things for granted. You can't take base 26 speed for granted. Anyway, yeah, you hit a bomb hand with Death Knight, but he sure looks cool. He's cool, dude. That's fucking cool.